You crazy mother.
Well, welcome back everyone to this iRacing broadcast of the ECR Elite Championship Racing Series Truck Season, brought to you by the Pit Stop Designs. Make sure you make them your last pit stop on car designs and truck designs here on iRacing. We are here tonight in the booth with Todd Gilly and a special guest here for qualifying, Josh Sheets. If you guys want to introduce yourself.
Hey, it's Todd Gilly here. Good to be with you again, Scotty. Looking forward to a great race here at Iowa. And I think Josh is going to take us for a ride.
Yes, sir. I'm sitting here in this Cornerstone Church, Jasper, Georgia, Chevrolet Silverado, and we're going to take a few laps. We're going to take the qualifying laps with you guys, and also going to show you guys the different racing lines you're going to see tonight.
All right, well, we are on board in your truck with you. And while we're talking about that, we are at Iowa, by the way. It is the American Ethanol 125. 125 laps here tonight. We've got 67 degrees on the track in the air and 91% humidity and a 16.02 kilometer per hour wind speed. And as you see, Josh Sheets is here qualifying. So give us a rundown of what to expect here tonight, Josh.
Very tight trucks. As you can see, I ran into the corner very hard, and that's going to really kill this lap for me, which that is okay. We get 2 laps, so I got to very focus on the second lap. But this is a very bumpy track. We're going to be bouncing all over the place. The tires are going to wear very well, so we're going to be on the low line, high line, lots of different grooves at this track. This is going to be the miniature Michigan, if you will.
Now, Todd, you were out here on the track as well, putting in a full fuel run and everything. You know, would you agree with Josh on that?
Oh, I would. It's a nice, cool racetrack tonight. The trucks drive really nice. It's a great setup here. The drivers were saying, I talked to earlier, that they are very happy with the setup. It matches the weather and the track very well. And there's a lot of different lines on this track, like Josh said.
That is right. You're going to see people in the bottom line as I was qualifying, and later in the run, you're going to see people up here in the second lane as I'm running now. And later in the run, you're going to see a lot of guys go up to the high line. Now, there's going to be a mistake here in turn 1 and 2 as I'm going to personally do it. Right here, you're going to hit a bump right there, and it's going to run you right up into the wall like that. You're going to see a lot of people make that mistake. Now, in the future of the race, hope people stay right here on these white dotted lines in 1 and 2. They should be fine.
That bump does give you a little ride, does it not?
It does. I'm going to hit it again just to make sure. Oh, I mean, it is ruthless.
Man, you're going to see a lot of people, especially if they didn't get a lot of practice in, they're going to take that accidentally and go straight up in and possibly cause a big old accident.
And that one, and we also, if we have an opportunity to do green flag pit stops, I'm going to try to simulate a green flag pit stop right here and see you guys what we are going to have to deal with. Right now I'm signaling, I'm coming to the pits roads, and I'm going to sit here and look for this yellow line. We got to be down here before this yellow line ends. Right there it ends. So now I'm going to be down here. I got to go down to pace speed, gear down, get down right here at 40 miles per hour, and on my way to the pit my pit stop.
Pit box, yeah, there you go.
Get a little tongue tied when I get excited there, Scotty.
Nothing wrong with that.
I think we could see some wrecks there tonight, Josh.
I really do think that's going to happen if nobody's paying attention. So we might need to set a camera at the pit entrance.
I hope so. I got 2 of them. I got pit lane number 2, pit lane 1. Well, pit lane 2 doesn't. It's kind of off cornered, but see what we can do with it. Watching these last few people qualify. Let's go to the results real quick. Right now, Christian Snyder, followed by Scott Hunsinger, Josh Mayu, Chad Engel, Jamison Miller, Andrew Melvin, Earl James, Michael Libby, Douglas House, and Josh Sheets for your top 10. And out of those top 10, 5 are rookies. Definitely going to be an interesting race here tonight, I do believe, Todd. I mean, it's that groove. It's going to be all about playing that groove and making sure you're hitting your mark. Because if you make one little mistake, like Josh said, you hit that bump, that's it. That's going to be your night. It reminds me in that aspect of Dover. When you're coming out of corner number 4 in Dover and you hit that hump, you want to make sure that you are not on the gas or you're going to go straight to the pit wall.
Yeah, that's I didn't even know that bump was there tonight. I didn't run that high in practice. But yeah, it sounded like his front tires were leaving the racetrack when he hit that.
And and that's the thing about with iRacing, it's all laser scanned. So all the grooves and bumps that would be there in real life are there here in the simulation. That's what makes this completely different than anything else out there.
And at a track like this track has character. I mean, it really does. You can race here. There'll be some racing here. These guys get 3 groups working here. We could see a great show.
Well, let's hope so. It's 125 laps. What is a fuel run out here?
I'm told that the fuel window will be between 45 and 50 laps here.
Wow. I hope their tire. You know, you went out there. Tires must be shot by then.
I was hoping to ask Josh because I'm sure he ran way more laps than me in practice. I was going to ask him if you can kill the right front here. I didn't ask anybody, but we'll see. Maybe guys will just torch that right front off their trucks, and then we'll see a big rush to the front when those guys fall back. We'll see.
Well, let's hope so. And don't forget, guys, to check out the Beeline series over on the ECR YouTube. They're on Tuesday nights. It is the Beeline Sim Product series. Also check out the Cup series, also presented by the Pit Stop Designs over on Jeffrey Ford's channel, the Ford Entertainment Group, on YouTube on Wednesday nights. So we got all 3 series broadcasted here on YouTube. It's great to see that, and you get to see all the different, aspects and the different styles that us broadcasters use between the 3 series.
Yeah, big shout out to Joey Stats for picking up the sponsorship of the A-Class cars, and of course sponsoring the trucks here. Joey's a great guy, and puts some wicked paint jobs out too.
Yes, he does. I mean, if I was to choose a sponsor next year, I'd definitely probably choose one of his, maybe Rockstar, just because his Rockstar cars are pretty damn amazing. We got, and that's the thing, we got a lot of painters in this group of guys, throughout the entire league, and for one to pick up a sponsor like they did, definitely a great feat on them.
For sure.
Man, this is going to be awesome as these guys are going to green the next time around just because it's just too short of a track. And actually, let's go ahead and take a look. Yeah, less than a mile, 0.889 miles.
I believe Rusty Wallace had a hand in designing this racetrack, and I'm 99% sure of that. And if that's correct, he wanted it to be like a big Richmond, and it drives like that with that big, long 3 and 4, long time on the throttle if you do it just right. It's a great racetrack. I love it here.
Honestly, I definitely agree with you with that. I'd rather run this over Richmond any day.
So much wider, so much more room.
Definitely, yeah, because you're only going to run 2 wide at Richmond. I mean, you could try 3 wide, but it ain't going to do you any good.
Yeah, it's like being in the NFL, which stands for not for long if you're going to run 3 wide.
Exactly. And your pace car is in, and Christian is leading this pack off here at the American Ethanol 125. And already, as you guys see throughout the field, going single wide. Ooh, 2's blinking out just a bit. And we're looking back at Douglas Hess. He dropped right down. Looks like 57. Josh Sheets heading right back up. But we have our first caution, not even a lap.
Check the 83 truck.
83. Who is the 83? Remember Wilford. Oh, looks like George Munger and... let me check on George Munger because he's sideways where I'm stopped at.
And again, for those watching the broadcast, when you hear me call out a number, I'm not assigning any kind of blame or anything. That's just me hearing the drivers' radios and saying what numbers are involved in the wreck. It's definitely not an assignment of blame in any way.
No, not at all. And That looks like the 49 got up into George, and the 49 is Craig Blair. Just was talking to him earlier, too. They were 3 wide going into 3 and 4, and looks like Craig may have gone up just a little bit, or George came down. That's going to be a really hard call. Let's go ahead and bring it down just a little bit. See, Craig's just on the outside of Will Prue. He comes up. George comes down in that second lane. Oh, I would call that, honestly, as a race incident, but who knows? I mean, that's why we have RCs here in the league.
Well, I know it's being discussed right now. I'm not sure what the resolution is going to be.
It's a tough break for George, though. And 33 of Daniel. 33 of Daniel Reese. Yeah, he got quite a bit of damage on that. His engine's smoking just a bit. That's going to put George back to 25th. Looks like he's got quite a bit of cosmetic damage. Hopefully, not too much actual engine damage.
Who owns that truck, Scotty?
I do.
I thought so.
George is my only truck driver now. I got 1 truck and 1 B car.
Well, in the last couple of weeks, I've turned myself into a little racing magnate, and I now have 2 cars in the Cup Series and 2 in B and 2 in 2 trucks. One of which is parked, and the other one that Earl James is driving, the number 16, or number 39, excuse me, Carpies Racing Toyota.
Nothing wrong with that. Pick them up while you can. Now my team, except Jim Westerfield, who's running the B car, nobody in the trucks was running for the Truck Championship, and their SR wasn't high enough to keep running in the trucks. So I'm not mentioning any names, but I just wanted to be able to still earn money throughout the week and not have to worry about filling the trucks every week.
It brings up a really interesting point, which is one of the great things about the ECRL, where you get to play this fantasy race car team owner and actually figure these things out and have to get the right guys driving your cars and stuff so that they have eligibility, and it's a great aspect of the game, and especially this league.
And you're right, the whole team aspect, the whole funds aspect, the sponsors, and like I said, going back with George doesn't run for the Truck Championship, but he's a hell of a driver, so I asked if he would join my team, and he was more than happy to. I ran with him last year in the Bump and Run B Car Series, and it was great to see that.
And he's a good driver. He's a finisher. You need guys that'll finish that's the guys you have to have in your cars, is guys that'll finish the races.
Exactly. These guys are getting ready to double up again as they come onto the back stretch. Just going through the field here, looking at all the different cars here and all the different people driving here tonight. Looks like we got 25 people out here driving. Uh, 27. Oh, Daniel Reese is 28th. Yeah, he's going to be in pit road for a while. Looks like you can see quite a bit of damage on his rear end. On his front end, I should say.
A little shout out for Josh Mayu here as we get ready to go green, too. He's up near the front of this thing.
Green flag, green flag.
A little bit of a change in that last lap, but hopefully we can keep it green for at least one lap. Or else it's going to be a long night here in the booth, Gilly.
Yeah, I like to see this stay green and watch some strategy play out.
And look at how much of a lead Christian took off that.
Set sail, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, he did. And Christian, he is the Beeline Sim broadcaster over on the ECR channel. But as a driver, he is really fast no matter where you put him at, especially in the Truck Series.
Yes, I think he's a Division 3 or 4 guy.
think you're right on that, and that's another thing about this league. We have an entire mixture of people from 1300 iRating all the way up to 5,000 iRating. So it's a whole line of competition. Ooh, a little bit of bumping going on between Michael Leiby here and Josh Cano, Justin Michael, I should say, in the 76. So you're just going back through the field here, looking to see how this competition's playing out. You know, tiny little battles. People not really doing much, just kind of letting their tires run into the track a little bit, seeing how their truck runs after, I'm guessing probably after 10, 15 laps, and then really pushing it from there.
Michael Leiby's trying to work that 76 truck in front of him. And I think you're absolutely right. Guys are trying to see what they have. They've already seen one caution already, maybe a little more patience right now. And once they figure them out, they'll start running each other down, I bet you.
Well, let's hope so. I mean, because right now, Christian has a 1.3, almost 1.4 second lead on Scott Hunsinger already, and it's only been 6 laps. But you also got Jameson Miller up here in third in the number 88 Pepsi. Josh Mayo up to 4th, and rounding out your top 5 right now is Earl James. Earl James moved up a few positions here, just gaining. But as you can see, Justin Michael, he's making his way. He's gained 10 positions here in the last 7 laps.
Yeah, there's some big movers. Justin Michael being one of them. Johnny Smith from 25th to 13th. Rob Haynes, 18th to 12th. These guys, the fast guys, are coming up from the back who didn't qualify.
You got Susie up here in the 81, going from 17th to 9th, and he's just passing Hess here, and he's sniffing right up Michael Leiby's rear end and trying to make a pass on that inside. Being this early in the race, I wouldn't push it that hard myself, but I mean, if you know you're faster, then yeah, push it. But I would save a little bit because it is a long race.
You definitely don't want to wreck it getting 3 wide on lap 15. But
No.
It don't hurt to get that truck up there in the top 5, does it? And find a little safer place to ride.
Oh, we got a spinner, Ed Adams,
yellow.
and that was going to be your second caution here tonight, folks. Come around here in corner number 2. You know, these guys aren't going too fast. They're going maybe 130. Oh, okay, so that was not his fault why he turned around. It looks like number 97 got up into him, I do believe, Stephen Massey. Oh, and he took quite a bit of damage on that as well. See this from the far chase cam. And slow it down a hair. And it looks like 46 Ed Adams came down into Stephen Massey's lane, bringing out this caution.
See, I'm looking at it now.
And it looks like the 2 got into the back of Stephen Massey as well, to obtaining a little bit of damage. That's number 2 at Chad Engel. So Massey is going to have quite a bit of damage to fix here. Hopefully, maybe only 2 to 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and try to find Stephen Massey and talk to him for a minute.
He might be a little upset right now.
Yeah, he might be, but that's when a good time to get him. Stephen Massey, welcome to the broadcast booth. In here with Scotty B and Todd Gilly. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. They're trying to figure out who the EOL is on that.
Yeah, we just watched the replay of it, and it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, it looked like Ed Adams came down into your lane, but you really didn't have nowhere to go either, so...
Right. Yeah. Should I take the EOL here? I don't want to get in trouble or get anyone else upset at me. But yeah, I'm in the broadcast booth. How's it going, guys?
Good, good. Just, very excited about seeing how many position changes there have been in the last, 15 laps.
Right. Did you see me get turned a few laps before that?
Did.
Was that my fault?
No, that wasn't. We didn't even, well, I didn't even, no, I didn't see that one, but someone else got turned.
So have you been in both of the accidents, Scott or Steven?
Not the very first one, but I've been turned. I've been sideways last 3 laps.
Well, nobody wants to watch the race out through their right side window.
Now, are you broadcasting over on your channel?
Yes, I am.
And you're on the Oculus Rift, so that's gonna be intense getting sideways like that.
So, I'm sorry, say that again, Scotty.
I said you're broadcasting through the Oculus Rift, so it's gonna be intense getting sideways like that.
It is. My heart jumps. I think it did that before, anyways, but I think there's a little more of an effect onto it. I'm receiving the EOL now. Well, I went ahead and asked them to go ahead and give it to me, so no one else. In case it was my fault,
Right. No. Well, that's really generous of you to do that.
It's great sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have an RC tonight, so someone's got to step up and, if they feel they're at fault, call it out, and if not, and that'll play along further along as the season goes on, as far as respect goes too.
And we'll discuss it after the race if anything comes up that should be discussed. So.
Right.
I can tell you it wasn't an easy call to make. It wasn't easy to tell. I mean, it's not like you looked at it and said, "Oh yeah, there it is."
Right.
So, but good luck to you. Hopefully you didn't take too much damage from that.
28 seconds.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, I think I got rear-ended after the fact.
Yeah, Chad Angle got in the rear view, but he had nowhere to go either.
Right. Did you guys have any other questions? I'm sorry, when y'all first pulled me down, I was trying to fix all that, and I feel bad.
No.
For if I didn't answer y'all's questions correctly.
I thought you did great, man. I appreciate you being up here with us. I know you're busy. Drive that thing back to the front, dude.
Will do.
Yeah, good luck, Steven.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Scotty Brown. I'm sorry. They're side by side here. They're going to go green in a minute. We'll see the show here.
And we got a new leader, the 56 there, George Munger. But he's got 49 of Ed Adams on his inside.
This guy's had to stay out.
I know, that's Craig Blair. I'm sorry. Nope, he, 49 Craig Blair, not Ed Adams. It's a little confusing because these guys cover for other guys a lot. Ooh, Craig Blair slowing right down there in that corner, going 3 wide on the backstretch.
Josh Susie tagged the back of him there as Blair got slow, and they did a good job to keep it together.
I think he might have hit that hump like what Sheets was talking about earlier.
Christian Snyder now going to look underneath that 56 truck.
And he also got the 76 looking underneath of the 22 of Scott Hunsinger. Whoo!
Wow! I'm not sure if the broadcast camera was on that one. That was a very near thing, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, and I definitely was on that. It was between 76 and 22 and 63 and the 56. Just both running hard.
It's turning into a 3-way battle for the lead here in another 2 laps, Scotty. Hunsinger's right behind those 2 in front. Christian and George are side by side.
Man, oh man. See how close these guys here too are from. Whoa, the right rear panel as George comes right into the camera. Hell of a battle up front.
That's ECR at its best right there.
especially duking it out like this early in the race. You got 100 laps to go now, and it's interesting to see this. I mean, these guys are only doing 23, 24-second laps, so this will be a quick race, but it's going to be interesting to see how long these battles go on for and how much they're going to wear out their trucks. Justin Michael up to 4th now, sniffing on Scott Hunsinger's bumper. Bunger.
Yeah, Justin Michael all the way from 16th place up to 4th. And Josh Susi has taken the 81 from 17th place starting position to 6th place right now.
I was talking to Josh a little bit earlier, and yeah, he felt really comfortable here tonight in the truck, and hoping for at least a top 5 finish, if not a win.
Josh Susi's been on a roll lately. The last couple weeks, he's been having really good finishes in everything he drives.
Yeah, it's us other admins that have not been doing very well. Between Scott Hunsinger, myself, Joey Stats, and Anthony. Well, Anthony's can't really race much anymore because he got a new job, but you know, just the way the timing is of that. So, but you know, it's nice to see that the admins are out here trying to race as well, be competitive in each series that they run in, and you know, just give basically a lot of feedback and support to the other racers out there, especially the rookies here in the season.
It's amazing how many people it takes to run a league, especially one that's as well run as this one. It takes a lot of guys. There's a lot of dedicated people who spend a lot of their free time doing this, and I don't have a list of their names in front of me, but all the admins do a lot of hard work.
It's quite a bit, honestly. I mean, if you guys want to check it out, the link is down in the description. Go to ecrleague.com. I actually think the website might be down until Wednesday, but check us out on Facebook, ECR League, Elite Championship Racing. Really easy to find if you guys want to become a member. Race with us. We run trucks on Mondays, Beeline on Tuesdays, and the Cup on Wednesday nights, and we follow the NASCAR schedule, and we are a week ahead of iRacing schedule. So meaning that iRacing is on Sonoma this week, and we run Sonoma in the Cup cars on Wednesday. So we're not really ahead of week, but we're on the week. But we are ahead a week of the NASCAR schedule. So we swap out races here and there, depending on the holiday weeks. I do believe we might be changing the 4th of July race, or the 3rd of July. It's just really going to depend on who's around, and you know, we're willing to do that, especially with the truck series, because the trucks have so many off weeks. And we're looking at Jeremy Morrison here. I saw him, and then I went to the next truck. I'm like, wait a minute. He's gained 10 positions. He started 22nd. He's up to 12th now.
Steadily making his way up there.
And he's about 6 seconds off of the leader. Douglas has fallen back a few positions. I think he's just waiting. Trevor McManus moving up from 26th to 14th.
ECR veteran.
I'm glad to have him back this year. He was my quote-unquote boss last year for Bump and Run, so it's nice to see him back. He took a little mini vacation away from the league, had a lot of things going on, but he came back about a month and a half ago. So another one we like to see back is Michael Kinner. He's running basically he's trying to run all 3 series when he can, but he's been up here to the booth with us. Unfortunately, he was not going to be here tonight because he actually went to the Michigan race itself.
I like broadcasting with Kinner. He's a ball of fun.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, and he keeps it pretty PG-13, which if you watch his broadcast over on Hell Yeah Racing, the link is also down in the description below. It is not PG-13. It is about as raw as you can get.
Yes, it is.
Got quite a battle here for 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. These guys running that high line, that middle line, I should say, like what Josh was talking about, running that middle lane and not pushing it too far down in that bottom lane because you're just going to wear your tires out.
And you can get back to the gas real early up there. This is one of those progressively banked racetracks where the bottom isn't banked as steep as the middle is, which isn't as steep as the top, and there's a caution.
Oh, man. Well, that was a pretty long green flag run, I must say. I'm trying to find who that was on. Well, right now it looks like the 20 and the 46.
This 46 gets a little bit loose, and the 75 tags him. Sends the 46 sideways.
Must be coming out of 3 and 4 here. Well, it wasn't even that. 46 got into the 20 a little bit. It looks like they both tried to take the same line. It didn't work out too well. Coming out of corner number 4, you see Adams come back over that white line, dropping down just enough into the bottom line, and the 20 of Nathan Casillas coming up. Ooh. Yeah, but I don't think they took a lot of damage from that, honestly. I think it was just a little... Well, it's going to be a 4X plus the grass. Man, oh man. But we went green. Oh, yeah, Nathan Casillas got a little bit of a bumper rub there from the 48. Let's go ahead and find Christian Snyder, your current leader, and go ahead and talk to him for a few minutes. Christian Snyder, welcome to the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Man, oh man, what a hell of a race you're running out there tonight, bub.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row talking to you. I must be getting better at this.
You're definitely fast out there, man. I mean, you were pulling away from Hunsinger a little bit, and then the battle between you and George there when you guys went green. I mean, definitely good showmanship right there.
Yeah, I was surprised. He took no tires and was able to hold me off there for a few laps. So possibly I can look into doing that later in the race and being able to hold some people off. But yeah, this R&R Chevy, I've been fast in it all practice, qualifying, race. I think we got one tonight.
Well, you've been running up front for this whole thing. Let's hope you can keep it up there, bud.
I hope so too.
How's your truck feeling? I mean, I know a lot of people went in for tires.
Yeah, it's not loose. It's not tight. It just tires are everything. Really, it's like a 4/10, 5/10 fall off or something like that. So it means a lot. I'm gonna probably choose the outside here again. It seems like if I choose the outside, I'm able to clear Scott real well. Get down into turn 1. That was probably the next question coming up. I'm answering questions before they're even asked. But yeah, I'm taking the outside again. Going to be an interesting restart. Scott's been fast, and now I see Justin Michael in third, so that's going to be fun. He was second fastest in practice, so we'll see what happens here.
Christian, one more thing. Can you burn the right front off it real fast if you're not careful? Do you really have to watch for that?
I really haven't noticed it. I didn't run really long enough in practice. I was too busy trying to set a really fast lap, get down into the 6s, which I did. And yeah, I mean, I can run fast. I just haven't practiced the long run that long, but it doesn't seem like the right front's that bad. I'm just running a unique line that no one else can run, and it seems to be working out really well for me.
Well, all right. Well, good luck to you out there. What room were you in?
American Motorsports with Josh.
All right. Well, hell of a battle out there. Keep it up.
Will
Good
do.
luck,
Thank you.
63.
Man, oh man, it's awesome to see the battles, you know, not just one person completely dominating.
It's going to be a great race here.
It's turning out to be, honestly. I mean, we're at lap 44, going back to 45 here when the pace car goes back in. And Christian choosing that outside line, do you think that's a smart move by him?
Green
I
flag,
do.
green
Lets him
flag.
arc it in. Lets him arc it into turn 1 and carry way more speed in there while everybody else is trying to pile it into each other.
Yeah, you see how low Scott Hunsinger had to get, and he had to drop back, and definitely slowing up the rest of this pack right here.
He's got a lift because he's got a car next to him, and Christian comes down off the outside and waits, and he gets a better rundown in there.
And these boys are 4 wide on the front stretch. Oh, that is a caution. No, that is not a caution. Where's an RC when we need one?
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
There's the caution.
Oh, man. All right, we're going to go back to that.
Who's in that one? I couldn't even get there quick.
That was George and Josh Susie. Let's go ahead to a far chase here and show you guys how the ECR boys do it 4 wide here at Iowa.
The 76 and the 81 get together in the middle there. I'm not sure why.
Probably didn't feel like they had enough room. But right here, 4 wide.
Yeah, the 22's up there against the fence.
Looks like
And
Netco.
and that red and black truck comes down and just bumps the 81 down into the 56.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. I think that's gonna be on Justin Michael. I mean, there was room there, but I looked like he got nervous.
I agree.
I mean, running 4 wide on a short track, not the smartest thing to do. As you guys can see, it's possible, but definitely not the best thing.
Yeah, again, I just want to reiterate, we don't do race control. We just look and see and give our opinions. But yeah, that was 4 wide at a very early stage, huh?
I mean, I expect to see that on lap 120.
I was just gonna say that's a last lap move on the first third of the race.
Man, oh man. Let's see if I could find George real quick. He's in one of these rooms. George Margaret, welcome to the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy? I think his mic's muted. Yeah, his mic was muted, unfortunately. Well, I'll find Susan.
I bet he'll have something to say.
Josh Susie, number 81, welcome to the broadcast booth. Talking with Scotty B and Todd Gilly. How are you?
I'm all right. A little confused, but I'm all right.
Yeah, you guys were 4 wide there coming off corner number 4.
Yeah, I got a real good run off too, and I took it 3 wide, and all of a sudden, I guess George Munger got a real good run off 3 or something and took it 4 wide. Justin said he was taking ownership, but he made the comment that his spotter said it was his fault, and we do not allow spotters in this league. So I am very curious what he meant by that.
Ooh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that is one thing out there, folks, that we do not allow real spotters. You use a spotter pack that comes with iRacing, or you download one. You do not use a live physical spotter.
We said he came down on the broadcast.
Yeah, I thought I got out of the gas and held my line just, good and left them plenty of room. But, I got doored from nowhere, I felt like, and he came over the radio and claimed it. So, yeah, we're just going to have to look into the whole spotter deal. But
I'm wondering if there's
I don't know
somebody
if
that
you
he
looked
heard
at me
us
or not,
say it.
but I just fixed all my damage. If you wouldn't mind taking a look at it, I would appreciate it.
Not at all. Well, you're a little rough there up on your right front. Your right rear looks good. Left rear is completely squished in. And your left front looks good.
10-4.
Left side
Appreciate
of
it.
the spoiler.
Hopefully, top end speed doesn't mean too much here, so hopefully it's not too bad. I hope we're putting on a decent show. Do apologize if we have 4 cautions already, but
I'm not worried.
this is a fun track. It's really hard to pass, especially once you get some laps on your tires. The person on the high line definitely has the advantage. Well, we're coming to the restart here, so we're going to try to give you some more fun if you don't mind moving me back down.
Where are we at? American Motorsport?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck out there.
Thanks, man.
That was 81 at Gilly. I know. No, Gilly's in here.
No.
I am all over the place tonight. 81 of Susie.
Christian Snyder with another nice jump off the start there, and he'll beat them all down into turn 1.
And we've got a new top 3 here. Josh Mayu and Michael Libby. I mean, where did these guys come from?
I think we're seeing some pit strategies taking place.
That's going to be a big factor here as we're coming a little over halfway. We're coming almost, well, not a little over, coming to halfway. Had a long Monday at work, folks. Don't mind me. Saying Gilly's on the track? No, he's right here.
He better not be on the track. Do you have some way of telling who took 2 and who took 4, Scott?
Just the times. Right now it looks like Will Prue might have took 2. He had a 6.9 second pit stop. And everybody else took 4 except Jason. Jason had a 5-second pit stop.
Anybody stay out?
I'm not sure. When we were talking to Susie, I didn't notice. I think pretty much everybody stayed out that last time.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is some of the limitations of this program. I wish it would tell you that. That'd be really cool.
Watching Stephen Massey has his truck back to 9th position from after going to the back from being in an accident.
Man, that's good for him. Freaking, it's he's one of these drivers out here, and his left bumper's all crunched up as well. But it's good to see that these guys are getting back up there. Definitely putting on a hell of a show here tonight for us. And Andrew Melvin up to 7th again. Trying to make a cut on the inside against Josh Conover.
Big pack of them back there around 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. And big pack of cars back there. Jeff Ford, broadcaster from the Pit Stop A series, is back there driving a truck tonight, trying to make his way up through the field.
Oh, and as he gets bumped by Doug Hess a little bit, he's driving a Beavis and Butthead scheme. I have not seen one of those in quite some time. I think maybe last year.
I have not seen one ever.
his spoiler says I need TP for my bunghole.
No way.
It's got cornholio on the sides. Man, yeah, I when I broadcasted a league last year, I saw a few kind of oddball schemes, and they were it was Beavis and Butthead, but it wasn't like that one.
Right now, Justin Michael's trying to make his way around the outside of that truck.
And you figure Justin Michael just get that EOL, so he's trying to make his way back up front. And for those that are watching out there, there's quite a few watching out there. You guys are more than welcome to chat. Wow.
Crash on the front straightaway, Scotty. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Nope. I got it. That was Conover flipping. Let's see what happened here. Ooh, it looks like he lost his wheel there for a second. Tire blew. Now, that's one thing on iRacing that we don't have is blown tires, but that is definitely what it looked like. Well, he got a little bit of a bump from the 88, however, it shouldn't have pushed him up into the wall that much.
I'm not sure. I don't think it was intentional for certain, but it may be that the 88's coming across his back bumper right to left and just turns his nose to the outside, maybe, or net code.
Well, just going through this replay, the screen blacked out a little bit, so he might be having connection issues as well.
Maybe we can talk to him.
Let's go ahead and see if I can find him. He is currently not on the track.
His wheel goes dead straight right then. From his cockpit view, his wheel just goes straight.
Well, he's been having, he might have had a power outage, because I do believe he's been having storms going through his way.
It shows him throughput falling to an unacceptable level.
Yep, he's not even in Discord anymore. So, I'm guessing his internet crashed or a storm.
Let's see what happened with these leaders pitting.
Well, we got a few new ones, actually. A few of these guys had 41-second pit stops. And we got Chad Angle in the number 2, your new leader here tonight. And it looks like 57 is getting a waiver around. Looks like George Munger only took 2. Or just fuel. Nah, I'm guessing he took 2. Wow, some of these guys been in pits a long time. One of them, Johnny Smith, number 75, was in there for almost 3 minutes. Man, we are at the halfway point, I do believe, or just coming to it. And we have a whole new top 5 right now.
Sure do.
We got Chad Engel. We got the 49 of Craig Blair. 63 of Christian Snyder, 55 of Michael Leiby, and 61 of Josh Mayu. Followed by Scott Hunsinger, Andrew Melvin, Rob Haynes, Trevor McManus, and Josh Susie.
A whole bunch of the top 7 qualified in the top 8. So those are the fastest guys from qualifying actually back at the front of the field.
Wow. This whole top 10 has changed. It's crazy. Just to see that over halfway.
Christian Snyder's still up there. He's been there the whole time. Hunsinger's still in 6th place. Look for him to be fast. Stephen Massey's back to 11th after going all the way to the back. It's going to get interesting here.
Going to be a lot of pushing now through the halfway point of this race. And Swayze Beats here in the chat saying, thought my boy Jameson ruined that man's race. Nope. I think that might have been a little bit of netcode there with connection issues. But the pace car is in, and we are back to green flag racing. Chad Engel leading this pack off for the first time here tonight.
See if Chad Engel's got anything for him, huh?
Oh, Christian sneaking on that inside line just as quick as he can.
Yeah, he wants that lead back.
And he got it. Whoa.
Wow.
Craig Blair there. 3 wide again, coming out of corner number 4. These guys dropping back quite a bit now. I don't know if Craig's just having a hard time with the track or if his truck's just not powerful enough.
I think Craig Blair got his truck into the wall on the restart, and he maybe slowed it down a whole bunch.
I mean, it doesn't look like he has too much damage.
No, he did one of those rub it against the wall and lose 25-mile-an-hour things.
Oh, yep. As we go to the broadcast blimp view here, most of these guys you can see, at least all the way back to 10th, are running single file. Except 17th, 18th, and 19th here, which is Ed Adams, Jeffrey Ford, and Douglas Hess. Going back in the field here, we got Trey Davis, Nathan Casillas, Jason O'Connor, Will Prue, Josh Sheets, who is now a lap down, and Daniel Race, who is 18 laps down. Swayze Beats says he's going to see if he can join this league and run with them. Hey, as long as you're over 18, hold at least a C license and official, go ahead and apply. ECRLeague.com. Website will be back up on Wednesday, or find us on Facebook at ECR League, or just Elite Championship Racing. There's a couple ways you can get to it. And Anthony Fitchner, who's the league president, will hold an orientation.
Highly recommended if you love iRacing and you'd like to see it like integrated into a fantasy league type thing. This is what you want to do. This is the best league.
And it's super competitive across all 3 series.
For sure.
We've got 50 laps left to go. What do you think is going to happen here?
Well, I lost track of the last pit stop lap, but we had a 45 to 50 lap window, so we would want to lay that on top of when they stopped last, and that'll tell us when they're going to do their thing.
Oh, we got Trevor McManus making a pass, trying to make a pass on the inside line, going 1 and 2 here between Josh Susie and Stephen Massey. Trevor McManus started 26, is now up to 6th position, or trying to get 6th position. He's 21, has an A license. Awesome. Yeah, go ahead and apply. More power to you. We're always recruiting. And I think you might just be able to, depending on the series, as long as you show up for every race from now until the chase, you still might be able to get into the chase. As long as you are on for points or if you get a win within your championship series. A little bit of rubbing between Rob Haynes and Trevor McManus here. And same with Josh Susie and Justin Michael.
Yeah, Justin Michael is all over the back of the 81. Trevor's trying to pass them on the bottom and just can't seem to get it done. He's got to work that right front so hard on him.
Yeah, you see he's taking that middle lane now. Too many laps down on that corner. Josh Conover is in the chat now saying, well, that sucked. Yeah, it did, man. That is very unfortunate to see that happen to you. Well, welcome to the chat. It's a good wreck, though. I mean, what happened? Did you
Oh, and
lose
the
internet?
76 just went around. Caution's out, Scotty.
Ah, man. Is that his second one? Well, it might not be on him anyways, but let's just go ahead and take a look, see what happened. Ooh, that looked like netcode. There, and it's hard to tell. Slow it down a little bit here. This fence is getting in my way.
When they get so close like that, it's hard to tell what really happens sometimes.
Let's see if they actually touch here. No, they actually did not physically touch. It looks like Justin Michael's bubble just got popped. But these guys are pitting, so let's go ahead and get the pit stops up. Josh Conover saying his screen just went blue and everything shut down. Never happened before. Feel bad if anyone got involved, but it's all back up already. Well, hopefully you can get back out there.
What a race off pit road. And I think Scott Hunsinger won it.
Do you believe you're right on that? As these guys are now just all pulling out of pit road. And they all pretty much had 14-15 second pit stops. And they should be good on a run, I do believe. By the time these guys go back green.
Scotty, can you Josh Sheets just called me on the game chat and asked me if he could hear me, and I can't change my radio channel just from spectator.
Oh. I'm guessing he wants to be up in the booth? You can come back, Josh. Yeah, no. Come back, you'll be laps down, but finish the race. Don't get that DNF. It's been more than 5 laps, so you're good. Josh Sheets, welcome to the broadcast booth. Do you got a copy?
Yes, sir, Mr. Scotty. How you doing?
Good, good. You have a question for us?
Oh, we was gonna see who you guys think that caution was on.
Netcode. I think it's netcode.
Netcode?
It
Yeah, I would
didn't even
agree.
look like they touched. I mean, there was still a couple inches between them, and I think Justin Michael's bubble just got burst.
All right, awesome. This is one of the deals where we do not have an RC. Sometimes I would stop and go look at it myself. Reason why I'm still laps down, but thank you guys for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I don't think I'd send anybody to the back for that one if I could avoid it.
Right. And I'm guessing we got Swayze Beach just asked to join ECR on Facebook, it looks like.
He'd have to talk to an admin like Scotty Brown.
Yeah, yeah, I am one of the admins here. But, no, we don't, like, we get all the applications in, then we do orientation, and then we decide from there, you know, approval for the Facebooks. Because we have the driver's lounge, and we have the regular Facebook page, and then we have the public Facebook page, which has all the other information, the winner circles, all that good stuff.
I would encourage everybody that really wants to be serious about racing to join the ECR. But I would also recommend you check your ego when you come to race here, because there's a lot of great guys here, and you'll find out that you're maybe not as fast as you think when you start racing 4,000 and 5,000 iRating guys.
Exactly, and it is a mixed bag of iRating in this league between all three series.
But the rule book, page 1, says it's all about respect, and as long as you adhere to that, you do well here. I'm not the fastest guy in here, but I get respect, and I give it.
Exactly, same here. And we got Scott Hunsinger leading this pack off for the first time here tonight with 39 laps left to go.
Shootout from here, Scotty. No more pit stops.
I hope so. And, you know, and Christian was saying earlier that Scott Hunsinger's been fast here tonight, and he's proven it. You know, as long as these guys, you know, give respect to each other, I think they'll have a hell of a battle all the way to the end.
Christian Snyder diving low underneath that 22.
Josh Conover said he didn't know he could come back, so he withdrew. No, as long as you can come back, you just have to wait. It's usually 5 laps, but you're going to be laps down anyways by the time you load and come back. So, no, you can come back and make sure you didn't get that DNF, but that's unfortunate.
But you can't do it after you withdraw.
Maybe. Go, Josh Conover, go back to the league sessions to see if you can actually register again.
Because you don't want to get that DNF. And the 63 just sent the 22 around.
Man. Man, oh man, guys.
And I was watching the 22 truck when that happened.
So wasn't I. Christian came up. That's clear. It's crystal clear. I mean, I'll even do a slow motion for you guys, but Scott Hunsinger's in that middle lane there.
I'm sorry.
What?
I mean, you know, you don't want to be doing RC from up here, but that's that one's pretty clear.
Yeah, no. And that's the thing with no RC here tonight. You know, the admins will go back and look and watch the broadcasts because, you know, as broadcasters, we actually go through and watch the replays for the audience and for us, you know, just to call it out. Oh, okay, yeah, Pat Russell says you can't come back in once you withdraw. Well, that sucks. Well, next time you know there, Conover. And we got Swayze Beats saying his iRating is an upper 3,500. So, man.
Cool.
And it looks like a few people may have pitted. I don't think many did, though.
Scott Hunsinger escaped getting any damage, I think, from that. He didn't hit anything, really.
No, he just skid, really. Which
Four
is good.
fresh Goodyear. 4 fresh Goodyears. Let's get that thing back to the front, huh?
Yeah, now that he's back in 23rd position, but with newer tires compared to the rest of the field, I think he's going to move up really quickly.
There's still almost a full tire run here to go. He's got a lot of laps left. He get this thing back up there. They might not be done wrecking yet either.
Then there's that. I think you're going to see a lot more push come out of these guys, push and shove. Still try to give enough respect, but still maintain, position or try to gain position at the same time. And I'm glad you guys out there are enjoying. Make sure you guys drop a like if you don't mind. And we're here all season long. You've got last season's 2016 series on here that was brought to you by the Rug Rack and Home Decor. That was new for me as far as broadcasting iRacing itself, but not new for me being on YouTube. And pretty much last year, that was with Josh Eats, and Christian's gonna pit.
Scott Hunzinger brought his car back to his truck back to pit road for a second time, which is surprising to me.
Interesting. Probably trying to get as fresh as tires as they can. Because Libby didn't pit. Libby's got a little bit of damage on the truck, as you guys can see. We have a goal this year of getting 420 subscribers for the channel, just between iRacing and everything else I do, and hopefully make it by the end of the iRacing season here for us.
I encourage everybody to watch these broadcasts. I have a ball doing them. I really appreciate you having me up here, Scotty. And, yeah, this is a good time.
I appreciate that. No, I enjoy doing this. Also, don't forget to check out the Beeline series over on the ECR channel. That is our Tuesday night series. And also check out the Pit Stop Design Cup series brought to you by Ford Entertainment Group. All those links are down in the description. You also got Hell Yeah Racing. You've got... which is Cockpit View. You've also got Jason O'Connor, which is Cockpit View, and Cornerstone Broadcasting, which is Cockpit View. So, the only one I haven't added yet is Stephen Massey for his Oculus Swift. I got to get his channel information.
He's having a ball with that thing. I've been talking to him about it. He loves it.
We just had one of our guys win one, actually. I do believe that was Chad Engel.
Pit strategy update, Scotty. Scott Hunzinger went and took, I believe, fuel only when he went back in.
Yeah, because they're way back in the pack now. And now you got Josh Mayu and Michael Libby leading here. We got Trevor McManus sitting up in third on that outside. No, up in fourth on that outside. With Stephen Massey in third. Then Josh Susi and Andrew Melvin. George Munger back up front. Oh, bad restart. That was a huge checkup restart right there.
Desperately working my replay controls to get my camera up.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Caution, caution, caution. 76.
76.
Check the 31, 76. Those are the guys talking right now about who hit who.
Patience, guys. A lot of patience.
31 and the 76, Scotty.
Alright, let's check this replay here. And coming on the front stretch, going into two, going into one. Oh, well, that's interesting. So 31 bounced, 76 bounced off of 31 of Doug Hess, and then got into the 48 as well on that corner. I think 48 might be done for tonight. Let's slow it down just a hair.
48.
Yeah, 48 took quite a hit from that. Alright, so Justin Michael comes down. Hess is still there. Hits the bumper. Hess goes down, hits the bumper of the 48. That is the 48 of Corey Chaffin. And yeah, that's pretty much all she wrote. Corey taking quite a bit of damage from that, and Justin, Michael as well. But it doesn't look like no one else got into that, fortunately.
There, giving the EOL to the 31 truck.
Ooh. I wonder if he...
Tapped the 76, and then that's what caused him to get into the 48.
See, that's interesting, because...
Apparently.
Well, it all depends on who's RC, too. Because we have a whole bunch of different RCs. Granted, we don't have an RC this race, but maybe he just called it, took it for himself. And then, and that right there is also respect, too.
That's what I was just going to say, is you get... This is the league that can run a race with 25 trucks in it without an RC, and guys will actually put their hand up and say, yeah, that was me.
I mean, what's the point? Why would you not? That's
Especially when this league is run by people who really love racing and they do it right, and they're gonna look. So you might as well own up and say that you did it, because that respect thing, you're not going to get much if you can't take responsibility.
Exactly. Michael Libby's still your leader, and Trevor Manis now coming up on that inside line, sitting in second.
48 truck's still making laps and going to the pits, so he's going to keep that thing out.
Man, he must have took quite a bit of damage on that, though. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break for the pit stop designs. Alright folks, we are back, and we're coming down to the last 25 laps here, and Michael Libby still taking that outside line, that preferred line here tonight. It's going to be interesting to see how these last 25 laps turn out, considering your top 10 right now is Michael Libby, Trevor McManus, Josh Mayo, Stephen Massey, Josh Susie, Andrew Melvin, George Munger, Earl James, Chad Engel, and Jeffrey Ford in your top 10.
Green flag, green flag.
Earl James has my 39 truck in 8th place. Scotty, let's see what he can do. Here goes Libby.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh man,
Another caution.
that makes caution number 9. And we've had 9 lead changes.
.22 says he's self-spun.
We got a lot of people right here. You got the 48, the 45. Oh yeah, he did self-spin coming off of 2. And what a cluster. 48, well, he did have his damage fixed. I think after that, though, I think he's done. I think Jeremy Morrison's done too.
Oh, after all that work the pit crew did on the 48.
Yeah, he sitting in between that bottom lane and that middle lane. And what an image right there. You got the 22, the 76, the 45, and the 48 flipped over. Man, oh man, let's right on board with Corey Chaffin during that replay.
Those were fast trucks too, man. Those guys had been running near the front of this thing, all of them.
You know, and you're right, it sucks, you know, after fixing all that damage and then coming back out just to get flipped over and obtain probably too much damage or done or pretty much close to it.
You're not going to fix 30 minutes now, are you?
Well,
let's hope not. You could have 6 more cautions, you could get it done maybe.
oh, that would be extremely bad. If we went another half hour in this race, we got less than 20. We got 22 laps left to go. We're gonna be 20 laps to go when we go green. If it takes a half hour to do 20 laps, we have to reevaluate the entire league.
Wow. Those trucks rolling and tumbling, it looks wild on the broadcast.
Oh yeah, slowing it down like that. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. So, Michael Ivey, still a year later. I haven't really got very far. But this is crunch time. I mean, I know these guys are definitely putting it their all there. You know, Scott Hunsinger getting loose in the corner, the caution before that. You know, it's patience and then knowing when it is enough on your truck.
True. You got McManus started 26th and 2nd. Massey started 20th and 3rd. Susie starting 17th in 6th place. Munger 23rd to 7th. This guy's making a long ride to get up there.
Man, oh man, these guys probably just sitting on the edge of their seats right now. I'm sitting on the edge of mine, I can tell you that.
Well, this is going to be a good finish here. If they could just get some green, they get a couple laps, get that 3 wide out of their system.
Right? Well, we're going to have 19 to go when we go back to green. So 19 laps, got tires, got fuel, pushing their trucks to the limit. A lot of these guys have quite a bit of bumper damage out here. Some of them have a little front end damage. Gonna be interesting to see who actually comes out on top here. Been a hell of a broadcast with you, I tell you.
That's been a good time.
Really surprised how many position changes we've actually had here. I mean, it's a short track, you know, you don't expect a lot to happen, but it's not like Bristol where it's pretty much, if you're in that same position, you're going to stay there in pit strategy.
Yeah, tracks like this, track positions everything, and we've seen guys make up huge chunks of track position tonight.
Green flag, green flag.
And that's, you know, that's just the level of competition you have here. And Libby getting a really good restart off that.
Yeah, he's going to walk away from him a little bit. Trevor McManus will come away 2nd, going into turns 3 and 4 and lead him back to the flag here.
1 green flag lap. Awesome. Alright, let's finish this off green, boys. And we got Stephen Massey trying to move up into the 3rd, trying to get a good run on Josh Mayo, and it looks like he's going to just do that. And a little bit about between 56 and 37, the 98 back.
'61 not willing to give it up to Stephen Massey just yet.
This whole top 10, great drivers out here in this league, especially in this truck series. You know, I can honestly say I'm really excited to run this series next year.
I like it. If I wasn't broadcasting with Scotty Brown, I'd be driving my 16 truck.
If I wasn't broadcasting, I'd buy a truck.
The yellow flag is out.
Another
Oh,
caution.
that's going to be caution number 10. Oh, Scott Hunsinger's smoking.
I have such a hard time working the replay.
Oh, yeah, because I don't think you have a regular instant replay button.
No, I have to kind of like manually rewind them and watch them.
Oh, man, I think Scott Hunsinger, yeah, his engine's blown. He's done. But that is not going to be... That wasn't actually his fault. As you guys see, coming out of corner number 2 here, you got the 46 and the 31 of Ed Adams and Douglas Hess making a little bit of contact. Ed Adams getting loose, driving with 31 on that outside wall here on the backstretch, and then Scott Hunsinger had nowhere to go, and both did quite a bit of damage. You see Scott Hunsinger is just smoking. One more time, go ahead and do a far chase with a little bit of half speed. Yeah, these guys actually do make contact. That is no net code there. They're, as you know, as I said earlier, they're pushing it. They really are pushing it.
Oh, 31 gets the 46, and the 46 just hooked him.
Yep.
No, I mean, not intentionally, but he
No.
definitely hooked them both into the wall, didn't he?
It's just racing. It's straight up racing. There was no, there was no bad terms on that. That's just hard racing right there, especially coming down, to the last 10 laps. Scott's done. I do believe he's done. Man, oh man, that's a tough break for him here tonight. Well, what do you think is going to happen with the top 10 here in these last 10 laps? You think we're going to make it green?
I would like to say we're good, but it's just been kind of a wreck fest here for the last couple restarts, and there's the potential for a great shootout here if they could just keep green, stay that way. There's some great drivers at the front. Levy, Massey, Susie. These guys can all run this thing and win it.
I mean, this top 10 hasn't changed because there's been really no room for advancement, but, it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. As we are going to be going 10 to go when we go back to green, because pace car lights are still on. 10-lap shootout. This is what we need here tonight, the American Ethanol 125. Really what we need.
Just so we could have some excitement,
Right. I mean, cautions are one thing. I mean, it's like we had our cup race with no cautions. Yeah, it was a long race, but it shows right there how well, the Cup Series runs. Not to say that, all cautions are bad. Some cautions just happen because of race incidents. It's not anybody's fault. It's just hard racing. But then, there's other cautions that could have been completely avoided. Man, oh man, I am very excited to see these last 10 laps stay green.
Yeah, I'm hopeful here. This could be great because there's a couple guys that still have really clean trucks at the front of this. And there's a couple other guys that are just really fast with some roughed up vehicles that can still give them a run. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, all that cosmetic damage.
Lights are out on the pace car.
Ooh.
We're going to take them green here.
As long as they don't jump the start, pace car is in, and we are back to green flag racing.
Green, 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 green.
On the front row, brake check them.
Ah. And Massey is right up Trevor's bumper. Oh, he was. Trevor took off quite a bit from that. Now, I think Trevor might be running for this series. I'm not positive.
I think he is.
Next week, I will have standings for you guys to see where we're at, where we go before 4th of July race. Try doing every couple weeks just to show you guys where people are sitting. Massey right up on 61 right now.
I'm glad you're watching that. That he got a huge run off of 4 from running the top groove. Let's see if that comes into play here. Guys running the top here in the late stages of the race, able to get that big run.
Oh, Susie gets sideways a little bit, saves it. Oh, no, he's still getting sideways. Nope, that's going to be a caution.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
A big wreck.
And Susie's done. I heard his engine just go kapoof.
He got plowed by the 33.
Yep, Danny Orius. But that was a hard battle between him and Andrew Melvin. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Oh, he got up into the wall, got loose. Andrew missed him, and then he tried to catch back up the speed, got loose. And then 39 turned him, 68 continued to turn him, and then here comes Frank Reese. Boom. I think both their engines blew. Man. A tough night for Susie. And a tough night for Reese, too. I don't know if Reese just wasn't aware of Susie being up that high, or...
Tough night for the 39 truck. My truck got turned down into the grass there. We'll see where Earl James can end up here if we get back green.
Looks like he's gonna be coming back out, sitting 19th. Now, iRacing does green-white checkered. However, we do not here in the ECR. If the caution is like 5 laps or 6 laps to go, that's it. It's done.
I think we're done then.
Well, it's gonna be 5 to go when we cross the line, so... Pace car lights are still on. I think they might be 2 to green now. I hope they're 2 to green, because I really want to see this race finish under green, not under caution.
It's going to be really exciting if it finishes under green, man.
Yeah, I mean, a win's a win, don't get me wrong. But it feels better if you win, you know, duking it out rather than, oh, hey, I just happened to be in this position when the caution came out and that's the race.
Correct.
I've had a few myself in the ranked series, you know, where I've placed well under caution, and it just sucks because, you know, you want to race it out, but, you know, that's just, you're down to the last 3 or 4 laps of the race and caution comes out. There's nothing you can do about it.
I want to see Levy, Massey, and Munger do like a 2-lap shootout right here in the top 5. No, not to mention Trevor McManus and Josh Mayhew, but those 3 trucks there, man, that'd be pretty wild.
All right, we are on 121 of 125, and the lights are still on. And that would be a hell of a shootout between them. We should get it. I hope they're not extending the caution. There really is no need to. I mean, we can go back to green on lap 123. Should go back to green on lap 123. Have a nice 2-lap shootout.
Yeah. Don't look now, but Christian Snyder is back up close to the front of this thing, too. He's only 7th.
Yeah, sitting in that top 10 right now.
8th, my bad.
Oh, you're good. It flip-flops depending on how iRacing wants to handle it. Daniel Reese said, do a replay from his truck. I don't think I can go back that far now, but the pace lights are off, so we are going to have a 2-lap shootout. He said he had nowhere to go, which does suck. You know, and it happens, you know, especially on a small track like that. Alright, 2-lap shootout, Gilly. Who do you think is going to take this one?
Michael Levy.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough call. You might be right, though. But I'm not giving up on Trevor McManus or Massey.
No. Trevor McManus is probably pretty hungry for one here. I'll bet you he's going to be in this. Watch you don't jump at Trevor.
Nope.
Green, 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 green.
And that was a good restart from the ball right there.
Yes.
Crunch time, crunch time. Go, go, go. Massey's going to get that outside.
If he can set sail around the outside here, we'll see. He might give him a run.
Oh,
Trevor
nope.
McManus with a great drive around the bottom.
Oh, damn. White flag.
There's Massey making a move to the outside. Couldn't get it done. He's going to get one more chance down here in 3 and 4.
And there's 61 trying to make a move as well. Push it, push it. Awesome win from Michael
nice
Leibe.
finish.
That was a nice finish from everybody. You guys see the fireworks going off. So, your results. I'll go through 1 through 10. You can do 11 through 20, and I'll finish them off.
All right.
Alright, so your winner here tonight, Michael Leibe, followed by 97 of Stephen Massey, 21 of Trevor McManus, the 61 of Josh Mayo, 56 of George Munger, 37 of Andrew Melvin, 98 of Jeffrey Ford, 63 of Christian Snyder, 72 of Jason O'Connor, and the 2 of Chad Engel, rounding out your top 10.
Nathan Casillas will finish 11th in the number 20 truck. Will Prue be 12th. Craig Blair, 13th. Earl James in 14th. Ed Adams, 15th. Rob Haynes in 16th. Jamison Miller finished 17th. Jeremy Morrison in 18th. Trey Davis in 19th. And those are all the trucks on the lead lap. And Josh Susi will finish in 20th, 7 laps down.
And followed by Scott Hunsinger in the number 22, 14 laps down. Douglas Hess in 31, 15 laps down. Josh Sheets, 16 laps down. Daniel Reese, 20 laps down. Corey Chaffin, 24 laps down. Justin Michaels, 25 laps down. Josh Conover at 64 laps down. And Johnny Smith, 77 laps down. Jordan Mackey did not grid. So, let us go ahead and bring up Trevor McManus first. Let's see if I can find him. I have not seen Trevor McManus in Discord. Well, alright then. So I'm gonna go right to Stephen Massey then.
Right there, but Will hopped it. We both went a little high. I mean, it was.
Welcome to the back to the broadcast booth, Massey.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I didn't realize I was pulled already.
You've been bushwhacked.
Congratulations on second place there.
Yeah, I wanted a little more. I wish it went green the last 20, 30 laps there.
No, it's yeah, it was kind of weird the fact that you guys, went right caution after caution. However, going those last two laps, did you think you were going to get in the second?
Oh yeah, once I restarted on the outside, I knew I would. I kept getting put on the inside. I drove up and I kept getting put on the inside. Then a caution come out. Kept getting put on the inside. Caution come out. And once I got to restart fourth there, I was a little excited. But we only had 2 laps, so I was like, I'm gonna do everything I can. But I felt like Libby had it locked down. So, like I said, I just wish it went green the end of the race there.
Oh, you and me both.
Yeah, that was going to be quite the race there. It looked like you guys were able to, after you got going, you could really do some racing there, run the top, run the bottom, and all that. It looked like a good racetrack.
Oh yeah, I love Iowa. You can run multiple lines here. It's a super fun track.
All right. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I did what Todd told me to do earlier when you talked to me earlier in the broadcast. He said, get back up there to the front and start racing. So I figured I'd go ahead and do what he said.
You did that, man. You did that. Is there anybody you want to give any shout outs to? Any thank yous tonight?
Shout out to Josh Mayu, Trevor McManus, and Michael Levy. Them guys raced clean, and all the other guys that raced me clean tonight. And shout out to Anthony for putting me in this truck. It was a good machine tonight. Haters make us famous. And shout out to the broadcast guys. You guys do an awesome job.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, we got your winner in here tonight as well, the 55 of Michael Leiby. Congratulations on a hell of a race, man.
Thank you.
And what was going through your head as you were nearing up to the front?
Oh, just hoping that I can just stay out and lead laps and just hold on to the end. A lot of things going on in my head. Thinking.
How was the how was your truck running overall? You went from 8th to 1st. Well, you started 8th anyways. Got a little bit of damage.
Yeah, I got into the wall once. It was real early. Didn't really affect me any. Yeah, I'm usually not good at all at this track. So I was even shocked to be up front, even contending for the win. It was just truck was tight pretty much all night. I was just trying to keep fueling it, just shutting the car off on all those cautions, just trying to keep the rear end down as much as possible. So it's just a little looser.
Well, awesome. Glad to hear that. You got any words for us or the fans or anything?
No, I just hope that put on a good race. It seemed fun from racing.
It really was. It really was. Todd, you got anything else for us?
I want to hear the shout outs for them sponsors and fans and whatnot. And again, congrats to you for a great race, man. You did a great job tonight.
Yeah, I'd like to thank all the people watching and Scotty for putting on the broadcast and all the competitors out there for racing me clean and all that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
and,
thank you.
You ran a great race, and congrats again. And Scotty, before we go, or before you do anything else, I think somebody else appeared in the booth. Number 21, Trevor McManus.
Yeah, Mr. Third Place here, Trevor McManus. You got a copy? Well,
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
Right when you went to him.
Huh. Well, okay, well that's unfortunate because I would have liked to interview him. I haven't interviewed him in a long time. But we do have a time space to keep here, so.
Well, I just want to thank you again for having me on, Scotty, and congrats to all our podium finishers, all the entire field. One thing I just want to point out that ECR puts on a race like this: 27 trucks on the track, 19 of them on the lead lap, I believe. Although there were a lot of cautions, admittedly, it's a sign of a good league.
Yeah, no, completely. It's definitely a great league. Make sure you guys check it out, ecrleague.com. Find us on Facebook, Elite Championship Racing. Also on Twitter. Also have our own YouTube channel. Links, all those links are down in the description below. And you got anything else to talk before we sign out?
Nope. Thanks for having me. Come back again next week, y'all.
Alright, thank you, Todd, for being up here. Thank you guys for watching, and we will be back next week. So please tune in. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more of the ECR Truck Series here on the iBroadcasting Network. That said, you guys all have a great night.